back to another segment of Manifest with SI Power. Today, I want to talk about trauma, shadow, inner child, core wounds, abandonment. Now, I'm not your professional, right? But I'm recommending you to see the professionals, whether that's a psychotherapist, uh, psychologist, therapist, or counselor. If you have these things that I'm going to discuss going on, it's worthwhile to invest in yourself and get the help and do the inner work because it does you no benefit, no good to get the luxury vehicle, um, the significant other, uh, the career with the ideal pay, doing what you enjoy or what your skill set matches. Um, Financial windfall, because what's going to happen is you're going to lose it because you don't have the consciousness to maintain and sustain it and to keep it. What do I mean? A lot of us have issues, right? Inner child trauma, uh, abandonment wounds, the mother wound, the father wound, and then shadows, right? We're fragmented. So all of this stuff has to be made peace with, and there has to be integration because there's no separation. This is all of you, right? The many different facets of you. Remember, you're multidimensional. So these things have to be dealt with, right? These psychological blocks, these for sure emotional blocks, and these mental blocks have to be worked through, have to be dissolved and made peace with. This is why you're having the issues, right, in health, in relationships, and with finances. And so the longer that you continue to ignore it, the problem is going to persist. You think that something's wrong with you, or you're cursed, whatever the case may be. It's because you haven't done this work. You got to do this work with integration. So I highly recommend that if you're seeing same patterns happen in relationships, same negative patterns happen in finances, issues with health, right? This is the universe speaking to you, right? Through problems in relationships, problems with finances, problems with health, right? That's the way that it's speaking to you. It's talking to you loud and you've ignored it. So I highly recommend, getting with a psychotherapist, a therapist, a psychologist, um, psychiatrist, or counselor to, be able to speak out loud with a qualified expert and begin to work through some of these things, because I assure you that the patterns will continue, right, over the long haul. You may have some wins here and there, you might have some milestones, but you're going to have a lot of setbacks, and it's going to take a lot of energy to bounce back. So rather than do that, let's deal with the mother wound. Let's deal with the father wound. Let's deal with the abandonment issue. Let's deal with the inner child trauma. Let's deal with the shadows, right? The dark and light shadows. And in doing this inner work with a qualified expert, I promise you, you'll see a change, right? In your career, the way your relationships goes with family, siblings, significant other, peers, co-workers, your relationship to personal finances, so on and so forth. If you go and do this work, for sure, you're going to get better results. I can almost guarantee this, because you getting wins, you getting a windfall, you getting the relationship that you want, you're not going to be able to maintain and sustain it because you have all of these underlying issues that have not been addressed. So I highly, highly recommend that you do the inner work with a qualified expert to deal with the self-abandonment, the abandonment, the dark and light shadows, the mother wound, the father wound, the inner childhood trauma, and work through the psychological, mental, and emotional blocks.